First of all, huge, massive congratulations. You're expecting your fourth little one. How are you feeling?
I feel really tired, and sometimes I have energy. I'm very nauseous all the time, and I'm very, very hungry.
Okay,
Hungry.
Angry, hungry. We'll make this quick so you can, of course, get back to feeding those cravings. Take me back to the beginning of the journey. How did you find out about this exciting news?
I've been saying I wanted to have a baby with my current husband of 16 years for quite a while. We always talked about it. We kind of tried, but I am not a person that really leans to something like IVF or something like that. I don't really lean to things that mimic creation. I like to go to things that the Most High has already put in place and work in nature and harmony with those. So what I did was I went down to Belize, where my husband has a very important cultural background there. It is the Garifuna culture. And in that culture, they have studied medicines, medicinal herbs for centuries. And I went to Belize and I talked to some shamans, and they told me what they do. Having a child at my age is not a big deal for the rest of the world outside of America. I actually was able to come up with an elixir through a very close healing woman of mine. And actually, I have the bottle right here that I took.
Show us.
I want to say this, though. I am not a doctor. This is my journey. I'm just an actress from the 90s, okay? And this is what I did, okay? Right. I started taking this. This is the extract of wild yam. This is an elixir that has to be made a very special way and in a very spiritual way. This is the bottle. And then this is the droppers I had. I took 3 in the morning, and then I got impatient and I took 3 in the morning and 3 at night before I went to bed. And then I found out that I was happily pregnant, and I couldn't really believe it. But yes, it worked, and it's worked for many women.
If you had to describe your reaction to learning all of this worked, you were able to conceive, what would that word be when you found out?
Just sheer joy. And I don't partake in any of the negativity anybody has to say about it. I am so happy. I have been blessed, and that's it.
How did your husband react?
My husband is ecstatic. He is happy. He's so happy. He's just He's taking care of me so well. He won't let me do anything anymore. It's great.
Waiting on you hand and foot.
Yeah.
At this stage in your life, what do you think welcoming a newborn is going to look like and feel like?
I'm going to be a lot more careful. I'm going to be like, don't touch my baby.
Hands off.
Hands off, very protective. Well, this is a miracle baby. You got to be a little more special. Plus, I'm a lot more conscious as a person. I'm older.
Right. Wiser. You're wiser.
Wiser, yes.
This is such a special milestone. We want to protect it and make sure that you are at your absolute best, your healthiest. What advice have you been given about minimizing any risks and making sure that this pregnancy gets carried out in the healthiest way possible?
The number one thing for me is to not partake in any stress and stay away from negativity as much as I can. And that pertains to what I put on TV, what I look at on my phone. There's so much drama and violence and negativity out there as soon as you turn on the screen. So, I really want to be pointed when I turn on the screen, what I'm watching, because stress for me is the biggest factor.
So just keeping that all at bay, keeping all the haterade very much out of your view.
Exactly. All I can be is an example. You can have an opinion on my pregnancy or this or that or my age, but I'm here to be an example. I'm a testimony, and that's really all I'm interested in being in.
I follow you on Instagram, and you announced this wonderful news, but it broke my heart a little bit that in the caption you said, I'm taking a break from social media. Have you been receiving backlash? Was there any negativity that was being thrown your way?
Yeah. I saw some comments about she's too old. But somebody said, just because you couldn't have a child before, now you want to have one. I mean, just stupid
ignorance.
Stuff.
So to anybody who has an unsolicited opinion about having a baby in your 50s, what is your message to them?
It's an individual decision, but be realistic about it. Be realistic about your lifespan. Make provisions. Understand that when you do have a baby at this age, what you should have for them is a lot of wisdom. And that's the beauty of the situation. I also want to say also, I had my tubes tied and I was a year into menopause. Okay. So,
and you were able to reverse this?
Yes. So that's what I'm saying. I can't always go by what people say in the West about you have no eggs or you are high risk or this. There's plenty of people that have gone through this all over the world that have had great healthy pregnancies at this age. I have to go with what's working for me. It's not just the elixir though. I had an extremely healthy lifestyle. I had a few tricks to clean my womb that were natural. But yes, once I took this elixir that I searched down in the bush of Belize for, this is the result of that.
It is really heartwarming to me that you are not alone. You are in great company. Women like Janet Jackson, Brigitte Nielsen, Cameron Diaz, Naomi Campbell, they have all welcomed children in their 50s. Are you sliding in any DMs? Are you trying to connect with these women about the mutual shared bond?
But I think I will slide into those DMs.
Which lady is first?
I'd probably go with Janet.
What would you ask her first?
I would ask her, how is she in particular keeping up the energy of that and a child? And I know she's like touring and stuff, you know. I don't know if I'm that much of a superwoman. I would love to ask her how she does it.
I have to imagine that, you know, while there have been naysayers, there has been a lot of love and a lot of support. Yeah. What has that meant to you and your husband?
Oh, it means everything. We've come down here to a country that, you know, it's different and we do feel isolated sometimes. So to hear all those well wishes online, it just warms our hearts and it makes us want to strive to show you we're the best parents in the world. You know, we're ecstatic and we love the love.
Is the move to Belize permanent?
Yeah, right now it's permanent, but you know, we kind of follow the cloud. If we feel this is the best place to raise our child, we will. There are some other countries we're looking at right now. But right now we do have a lot of land here that we've acquired. So right now we're going to focus on here for a while.
Is Belize where you will give birth?
I'm actually looking at maybe going back to the States to actually give birth. Belize is great and I'm sure they'll do a great job. It's just something I kind of know. I think the facilities unfortunately may not be as sophisticated as in the States. I probably won't start posting again about it until I'm close to delivery or after I've had the baby. So you'll see where I end up then. You know.
Are you going full natural birth?
Yes, I'm going to try. I did have epidurals before with my other children. It hurts. You know, it hurts.
One way or another.
I don't know if I could go full natural, but yeah. I might need a little knock her out of there a little bit.
Of course, the iconic Boy Meets World.
Thanks.
For what?
For being my friend. Believing in me and Sean as much as you believe in you and Topanga. I owe you.
Since you have announced this incredible news of yours, have you heard from any of your castmates? How have they reacted?
Well, funny enough, before I announced it, I happened to be on a little business call with Danielle and Ryder, and we were all texting, and I said, by the way, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant. And they were so kind and so happy, you know, and Danielle was just totally can relate. She's a fairly new mom too. I mean, we're really close and we really talk about our lives. We're very personal with each other. I did tell Ryder that I wanted to do this 2 years ago. And he said, okay, Trina, well, if it doesn't work out, would you be willing to adopt? And I was like, yeah, but ha ha ha.
You were 6 months pregnant when you were on Boy Meets World.
I sure was.
That little one got their screen time. What is the plan with baby number 4? Are you going to be a working mom again as you navigate this pregnancy?
No, I'm going to let my husband work. I'm not going to work. No. I don't really believe in that. I mean, I used to when I was younger. I don't really like all of the outcome of that particular train of thought. So I'm going to let my husband work and I'm going to raise the baby with him.
So you plan to kind of take a back seat from acting at this point?
Well, you know, I think I have been taking a back seat from acting in general. But yeah, if something comes up, if me and my husband produce films, if it's something like that we're producing, yeah, I'll definitely, you know, do that because then my husband will say, hey, we're going to take an hour break, you know?
Yeah, of course. But
yeah, I'm just interested in working with family. My career is great, but I don't have that drive like that, like I used to. My drive is to have a cohesive family.
Yeah. You know, life is about phases and eras, and I think right now you're in such a beautiful moment where you're embracing your family fully. If you had to describe this era of Trina McGee, what would you say?
This is my brilliant phase. This is the time where all the stuff that happened before makes sense, and I can now apply it to this part of my life. And I think that is such a gift. It's good to keep on living.
Are you open to baby number 5, or is the family complete after baby number 4?
I'm open to that only because it's hard to, now it's just me. My other kids are grown, so it's me and my husband. An only child isn't the greatest situation. So if the Most High allows me to have a sibling with them, yes, I would do that. I would.
That is so beautiful, Trina. I am so grateful that you took the time to share your story. If you had to describe this pregnancy, this gift of another child in 3 words, 3 adjectives, what would you choose?
Miracle, beautiful, and triumphant.